it's getting weird for Canada. It's getting super weird because we claim to be these guys, but we ain't even show anything for it. Look at the American conglomerate when it comes to the music industry as a whole. Compared to Canada, it's David and the Goliath, and freaking Goliath is about to stomp David out like it's nobody's business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill at all. Look, Kendrick Lamar really is coming to Toronto, bro. Bro, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this no more. This is scary times that we're in right now. It could be World War IV up in this mug. You see me? For real now. But I'm jumping ahead. I'm jumping past the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we forgot to do something. Yo, right here. Yo, right here in the small box. Right here in the small box. I know y'all missed that. Welcome back to Single Seater Reactions, only on the Flexing My Network. I'm the original Anomaly. Welcome back to the channel. I heard what y'all said on that last reaction, okay? But look, y'all need to understand from my point. I saw the article. I saw the news. Everybody texted me, yo, is this true? And I'm like, you know what? Let me go find a video. Let me go react. It's a first-time reaction. I don't know if this is true or not. Y'all did let me know in the comments, so I did appreciate that. But you didn't have to do all that. You didn't have to do all that for real. Like, come on now, Doc. Come on, bro. We good here. I'm just trying to find the news to report to y'all, and I found something. Now, you got to remember, news channels don't get it perfect. There's no news channel in this world that gets it perfect. Okay, let's make that clear right now, CNN. But you need to understand, like, yo, like, I'm just trying to deliver content for y'all. Now, a lot of my content's been good. Let's keep it a band. But, like, you know, it's okay for me to have little ones and twos that are kind of trash and bad. So, that one we can allow. And am I right? If not, I don't care. But, look, Kendrick Lamar is coming to Toronto June 12th. Yo, I am so lucky. I'm so glad this man's not coming on June 19th. Because y'all know June 19th. It's Juneteenth. Let's make that clear. If Kendrick was to come to Toronto on Juneteenth, my nigga, shut down everything. Yo, pack up Drake, doc. Pack up Drake, because the embarrassment run that's been going in for this man is not done. But look, I'm going to keep it a band with you. I'm going to keep it on a real type shit, bro. What Kendrick is doing, everything that he's doing, I feel like everything is calculated, because for all these things to line up in line for Kendrick to drop one after another, this is not random shit. He didn't randomly say, let's do this. Let's randomly say we do that. Drake said Drake announced he was going to do a tour in Australia. Now look what Kendrick doing. This is what happens when you shut your mouth, bro. You are a boogeyman. Drake is probably going to sit there and be like, wait, what? It's absolutely ridiculous to see this kind of thing happen, bro. I don't think you've ever seen somebody as calculative as Kendrick in the rap industry ever. Now, 50 Cent is definitely a contender because of what he did to Ja Rule. Let's make that clear right now. But to see what Kendrick is doing, bro, this is different. This is absolutely different. I think I just got a notification by the Ville. Shout out to the Ville. Is Kendrick dropping a deluxe after his tour? Absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's like a whole new album. Because you remember, like, that snippet from GNX on YouTube, the snippet that took my soul away, there's still that album to drop, because we already know that GNX, the actual album, is a mixtape, and the real album is coming soon, so we can knock that out. But I just find it so incredible how people still try to badmouth, demonize, and talk bad on Kendrick's name. It's absolutely crazy to see people do this. I'm talking way too much at the top. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Let me know what you think about the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation. Let me know what you think about Kendrick Lamar coming to Canada to perform at the Rogers Center, bro. And let's get into this. Lego. Chigs, talk to me. Chigs.
Chig Smooth, appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribe to your shit too, bro.
Hey man, if you want to make sure that you or your artist can perform in Toronto safely without having your show canceled, don't go booking your show at Drake's music venue History in Toronto. You gotta think bigger. No, bigger than bigger. I'm talking stadium. Just this morning, Kendrick Lamar has announced that he's going on a grand national tour with SZA. Now, the tour is presented by Live Nation, PG Lang, and also TDE Entertainment, and it's going to start April of 2025 and will go through June 2025. So like I've been telling you guys that wants Kendrick Lamar to go away, looks like he has no plans on doing so. If you guys remember the last couple of videos, a bunch of Kendrick Lamar affiliates, his DJ, Absol, people all around him, they've all been hinting that Kendrick Lamar is not done yet.
You see what Doc doing?
Come on, man.
Doc going crazy right now, bro.
And he ain't even going. You know what? Yeah, nah, yeah. He's going crazy right now.
Yeah, we ain't gonna make give him nothing, give him too much, but bro, Doc got it. Let me tell you something. I will say this though, because I already know the people is recording this and shit. I will say this: the homie ain't done, and this is what niggas is on right now. So you can take that however you want.
Yes, sir.
Well, surprise, here comes a countrywide stadium tour. So after dominating this year with the Drake beef, Kendrick Lamar is not only going to start off next year with the Super Bowl performance, but he's going to make sure that he stays in everybody's faces with a summer tour. Now, once you go look at the tour dates, there's one specific date that sticks out like a sore thumb. That is the June 12th date in Toronto. Now, this is going to be at the Rogers Centre in Toronto, which holds a capacity of 50,000 people.
I love the fact that this tour ends right before Juneteenth, bro. It's actually so funny to see it. Like, he gonna relax on Juneteenth, like, listen to some soft R&B. No. He's gonna listen to Luther, because Luther is just Luther is perfect. Oh my God, the whole album, the LA vibe, everything is so exceptional. It's so good. Oh my goodness. But I'm speaking too much. Let's just go.
Off the rip, I'm going to tell you guys this. It was definitely intentional. This is for Kendrick Lamar to make a bold statement that he's basically the king of music. And off the rip, I'm going to tell you guys...
There is no such thing as the king of music, brother. No such thing as the king of music. Let's just knock that out right now. I don't even think you can say Kendrick is the king of rap. He is the best rapper. He's the top rapper, but I wouldn't put a crown on him. Well, he did put a different crown on himself, so there's that. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
That's exactly what's going to happen from now until the show next year. There's going to be a whole lot of threats from different people in Toronto. A whole lot of Drake goons are going to come out and start sending subliminals. Hey man, I wouldn't come to that show if I was you. There's going to be all kinds of attempts to cancel this show and make sure it does not happen. That's just what it is, right? There's no way that you defeat our boy Drake in the rap battle, then come to our hometown to do a show. It's not happening. Now, the actual reality is the show is going to happen and it's going to go off without a hitch. You guys remember at the height of Drake and Meek Mill's beef when Drake went to go perform in Philly? And there was so much hype about that show, people were scared for Drake. Drake came to that show with 100 armed bodyguards. Not only that, but Drake also moved presidential while he was out there. This is the same thing that's going to happen with Kendrick Lamar in Toronto. The whole Toronto police staff is going to be at this show. Everybody coming into the show is going to be patted down at least 10 times before you make it to your seats. Kendrick is going to come into the stadium through some backway entrance tunnel. He's going to be rolling with 40 bodyguards armed, and he's going to get out of there safely. And I'll tell you guys this. The same thing would happen with Drake if he performed in LA. Outside of the rap beef back and forth, there's millions, possibly billions invested in this tour. There's no way the higher ups let some rap beef mess up their money. Now, there's also a whole nother part of this. If Kendrick Lamar is actually able to sell out this entire stadium tour with success, this now puts him in the category of Taylor Swift and Beyonce, and maybe slightly past Drake. But you guys get in the comments below, what do you guys think about Kendrick Lamar announcing this stadium tour? And how do you guys think the June 12th Toronto Stadium show is going to go? Post your comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'll see you guys later, man.
Look, dudes like Top 5 and all them Toronto Wassas, all them OVO goons, they ain't got nothing to do. They're going to be bored. They're going to try and mess this up. Anybody in Drake's camp right now is plotting and planning to mess this up. That's a fact. And I'm going to tell y'all idiots right now, if y'all do anything to mess this shit up, y'all are the reason why the culture is where it is today in Toronto and all over the world in general, because we've gotten to a point where we are so far removed from ourselves. We don't even know how to be ourselves no more. Let's keep it a band. And you have people like that out there in Toronto not making things better. Y'all embarrassing us on a main stage. On a global stage, y'all embarrassing us. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. Y'all are so foolish and blind. Y'all don't realize that y'all are turning into numbers. Not even statistics. Y'all are turning into numbers, bruh. Enough is enough. That same video y'all criticize me for posting cap, y'all need to understand when it comes down to the news, bro. And everything that I said into that video is true. The news is what it is. It was an article originally. People pull the article trying to see, oh, is this true? They make their videos, they do their like due diligence, do a little research. Cool. I saw the video. I'm a brand new YouTuber. I saw the video. I'm like, let me do a reaction. Let me give my thoughts. And the thoughts that I gave in that video are some of the best thoughts I've ever given. So I'm going to link that video. Look past the cap. Look at what I said. Everything I said in that video applies here to this video. When I talked about how the battle is between the culture and statistics, the culture is trying to resurge right now. There's a resurgence in the culture, and it's trying to take back what it once had in the music industry, and it's going up against numbers. And numbers is Drake's side. Y'all need to understand, I will never side with numbers because numbers cannot dictate number ones. Numbers, the only thing numbers can do is tell you what is what. And a lot of times it's not true. How is Taylor Swift a top artist when all her music is the same and it's shit? What are we talking about? Enough is enough. I can't deal with this number shit no more. Just sell your damn album, make a bunch of sales, make your bread, keep moving, keep dropping, keep posting good music. We need good music again. I sound like T-Pain right now. I'm gonna keep it a band, but T-Pain is speaking facts. A lot of y'all niggas out there sound the same. But you wanna know who's unique? Which is a good example. I'm only giving y'all one artist. But a good artist that sounds unique as hell? October London. Fact. You want R&B? You want a mixture of old school R&B mixed with the new school? October London is that guy. That album he dropped was incredible. I'm all over the place right now. Let me bring it back to here. This tour, I'm not saying it's going to change anything. I'm not saying it's going to put rap further. But what Kendrick is doing is letting people know that he can really pop out and he can really show niggas. That's it. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. You know? But at the end of the day, this is a win for the culture. What Kendrick did to dethrone Drake is a win for the culture. Drake needs to go back to the drawing board. All that ego, all that pettiness, all that hypertension in his heart, enough is enough, bro. Lock in. We understand you have talent, but you need to understand you're going up against the talented Drake. If you can't understand that, you cannot contend right now. You cannot compete. You're going to have to sit down and reevaluate some things. Because the lane that you are in, it is a double-edged sword. Yes, promoting to the younger generation does work. There's no doubt about it, Drake. But what you need to understand is that the younger generation doesn't dictate the music industry. They will provide numbers because they are easy to utilize. But when it comes to fans of hip-hop, when it comes to fans of music, when it comes to fans of good sound, we don't contribute to the numbers. Because we're not going to listen to a lot of shit out there that people are dropping. And the side that I'm on, that side is only growing bigger and bigger and bigger. But Drake doesn't understand this. Y'all need to understand. There's a shift going on in the music industry right now. Drake is trying to keep everything on track, and Kendrick is trying to continue the shift. But for now, those are my thoughts. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Let me know what you think about the situation. Let me know what you think about the tour Kendrick is doing. And yeah, that's going to be it. Also, last point, I was planning to do a live stream today. I don't know I'm going to continue it because I got to get these reactions out for y'all. But there will be a live stream tomorrow. So stay tuned for the live stream tomorrow. 10 p.m. Eastern time on the Canadian side. You know what I'm saying? We're going to vibe out with the chat. We're going to chop it up with the chat. And yeah. This is a single-seater reactions only on the Flexing My Network. Take care, be well, be safe, stay true, be you. Live long and long live. Peace. Because Drake really thinks he's that guy still. Even though, like, his career is being questioned. It's crazy.